Okay, so we've got the same person. You know, the creation of your golf swing, right? We have more of the up and down kind of positioning with no body angles and balance is lacking. The shaft angle is even raised up because you need to, because you got no space, compared to setting the golf shaft angle first and grounding the club. Instead of having it at the toe of the club, the tip, it's levelly flushed, and then you've tilted from your hips forward, followed by a little knee flex, and your arms hang directly below your shoulders. And they would still hang there freely with no club in your hands regardless, right? Ball centered, grip is pretty good, and you actually are able to have your head and chin more prominently raised and still view the ball because you are on the ball. Before you have to kind of stand like this, right?
Right.
You can't see it. So that's the beginning. I would even work on getting you a little further back from the ball, minimally, so there's a little more space, and getting your weight even more in the middles of your feet. Still a little flat-footed, but better, right?
Right.
You can see a little bit of that there. And finally, we're just going to watch the takeaways. Let's go back with both takeaways, right? So you can see this club here on the right. You can see the club swinging back more with your left shoulder and arms, rotating, where in this swing your arms are pulling the club back solely by themselves, even though the pathways are similar away from the ball. So as we continue back from that position, so as we go up now, your hips start to naturally release and your shoulders make a rotation or turn. Here you're just going to rising your arms up your body. So top of your swing, we've made a bigger turn. Okay, we've got our body weight that starts to get onto the instep of our right foot, where in this position it's staying pretty centered, obviously, right? So on the way down is the key on the transition down. You can see the club drops down. So look at this, it's dropping, where this one's getting thrown, okay? So look at, right at impact, the club gets down, squares up, and this one the club gets thrown out and across the ball, and your hips stay very inactive here. Here your hips are already starting to clear, and it wouldn't take me long to get your lower body and your weight to come off your right side and pivot earlier. So by that point, I'd like you to see how your foot comes off the ground now? Imagine when that happens at impact. Then you get more torque and more leverage and speed, right? But at least you got that release and hip motion, and then there's rotation, and there's a completion, and even the follow-through is a little more on your left side and a little more lower body transfer to get you there. So that's just the beginning stages of that, right? And you can get your power, your control, everything can be created very easily, right? And before you know it,